Okay, so trying something really different. The audio is just going to take a little to connect. Hopefully that's okay. All right, so just for a quick tour, what we are doing, I know it's pretty crazy, but what we're doing is we're doing a live unboxing of my guitar while I'm filming a regular unboxing. But I just gotta wait and double check. Hey Travis, hey pool boy. I just gotta double check. Crikey. Hey Ryan. Duke, champion, thanks for liking, man. That stuff really helps. If just make it to the end of the video and liking, that stuff is so good. So this is really tricky. David wants to see the guitar. So David, what we're actually doing, and to everyone, g'day Ryan, what we're doing is I'll do a quick tour. We're unboxing in front of my cameras. So you'll be seeing what it's actually like when I do an unboxing video. I thought that would be pretty cool. So, can you hear me? Can you just tell me if it's sounding good, and then we'll get the ball rolling. So just tell me, is the audio okay? I'm gonna be sitting over here. What do you think? Does it sound okay? People are saying yes. I think we're ready to go. All right, so thank you. So we've got to turn on it's hard to point at it, but we got that camera and then we got that camera over there. So let's quickly turn them on and then let's film this live unboxing. Could this be a disaster? Quite possibly. But if it is a disaster, you'll all get to see it live, so that's pretty interesting. Okay, one camera rolling. Second camera also rolling. Now just watch your ears, I'm gonna clap. Okay, you can sync up the audio later. That's looking pretty good. Okay, so this is the first live unboxing. This is gonna be heaps and heaps of fun. And if there's any mistakes, you'll get to see it first. And this video I'm not actually gonna save. So for everyone that's sort of checking it out, this is the only time you'll see it. So that's pretty cool. All right, this is really exciting. Hey everyone, it's Pat from Pat David Music, and I'm so excited. I've got a brand new Sterling by Musicman Valentine guitar. Let's check it out. Okay, so there's no real openings sort of anywhere, but it's a good thing I've got my trusty knife. Trusty knife. Aussies always have knives, right? So let's start with this corner here. Okay, I think that should be enough. Pretty good. So far, it's a giant box. All right, let's keep going. Box within a box. Ooh. Okay, so we've got a lead, which is good. We've got an Allen key, which is great. Another Allen key, which is also good. The main event, what you've come to see. They've done a good job of packing it up. Oh man. Oh, that finish. Holy cow. Wow. Let's set it up for more of a closer look. Okay, guys, what do you think? You can see it first before I move the cameras and everything. So it's a Sterling by Musicman, and it's a Valentine guitar designed by the guy from Maroon 5. God, I shouldn't forget that in the video. But what do you think of the finish? I think it's really cool because you can sort of see the different wood stains. It's an ash body, that's right. There is also a battery because there's a bit of a boost, which is really cool. It's got a bridge Telecaster pickup and a humbucker in the neck. And what's really cool, it's really hard to sort of see with this camera, but it's actually a roasted maple neck, so it's baked. So that's why it's a bit sort of darker. But yeah, let's get back to the video, but very, very, very cool. Okay, so now what we do is we change the different cameras around, but in the magic of editing, it won't actually seem, you know, it'll all seem seamless, but I will quickly, I'll put this down, but hopefully set it up in a way that you can still check it out while I move the cameras. Okay. So moving the cameras around, getting rid of the boxes. Just cleaning up the overall mess, but think of some questions, and as soon as I'm back, I will answer some questions before we get started. Okay. Cool. Okay, one camera done, and two cameras done. Okay. All right, so we are back. Thanks so much for doing this, by the way. I thought it'd be a really different and unique idea, so I'm really happy that you could all be here. So we've changed the angles. We're going to talk about the guitar, talk about the different woods, and then we're actually going to do a little bit of a demo, but only you guys that are live, you'll see the demo. The other guys, I'll do a demo later on. Okay. Alrighty. So at first sort of glance, the wood is really, really striking. I was really, really happy. So we're back. So at first sort of glance, the wood itself is really pretty. I'll have to have some over the top shots where you can see the wood a bit better, but I like the finish that it's thin enough that you can still see the ash body. Now it does have like a little bit of a weight. I'll have to sort of weigh it. The neck itself, ooh, okay, it definitely needs a bit of a tune-up. But overall, neck itself seems really solid. I like that there's an active switch for boosts, but enough of my yammering. Let's plug it in and let's check it out. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna turn off the cameras now, except this one, and I'll answer any questions and then we'll plug it in. Alright, so what kind of wood is that? Great question. So it's got a swamp ash body and it's got a roasted maple neck. Any more questions while I tune it up? It looks really thin. Do you mean the body? So what's really interesting about the body, it would be awkward if I said I'm on... Yes, it would be awkward. So can you see the body, how it's thicker on this end and thinner... It's hard to hold, and thinner on this end. See how it sort of tapers down? Because it is like a massive sort of swamp ash body, and it's, you know, it's got a bit of weight to it, like it certainly seems. What's a good cheap guitar beginner amp? So there's some, Travis asked about beginner amps. There's some awesome amps that Fender make where they've got in built-in backing tracks, built-in tuners. Go for them. Then you've got one little amp and it's got backing tracks and it's got a tuner. It's easily portable. Highly recommend going for them. Any more questions just while I'm sort of tuning up? This is my first Musicman guitar, by the way. It's made in Korea, like a lot of my other guitars, like the Schecter and the Chapman. What's my favorite model of guitar? You know what? I don't have a favorite model of guitar. I like all different guitars. At the moment, I play the Strandberg a lot, but that's just because I do a lot of lead work at the moment. What does it go for? It depends what country you live in. Who's my favorite Avenger? Whoa, I don't know. How much does it go for? It depends. I think it's like 700 US, something like that. If I could only buy one guitar. Well, you know what? I'll answer the favorite Avenger one. I need some time to think about that, Ryan. But my favorite, if I could just have one guitar and nothing else, it's such a tough question. I think it would probably be my Strandberg, just because it's really easy to play. Like, I really need to do a review. It's so effortless. Like, this seems about 3 times the weight, and this is a fairly light guitar. It's just the Strandberg is so ridiculously light. One last question from me. Pedals, are they electric guitarists should invest in? It just depends. Maybe I'll do a whole video. I'll do a whole video on pedals this week. Who's your favorite Kiss member? Probably Gene Simmons. I mean, Ace is an amazing guitarist. Yeah, probably Gene Simmons. No, not Gene Simmons, sorry, he's the bass player. Probably Ace, the guitarist, yeah. Any other questions? Otherwise, we'll set this up in the other room. It's good that they've detuned it so much. Paul Stanley, that's who I was thinking of. Thank you, Ryan. You're very, very welcome, Travis. Good old Ryan in Texas, swinging out of nowhere and saving the day. What a champion. We're getting there. Now, sorry that this tuning and stuff is all live, but I thought, you know what? I've never sort of seen favorite Doors song. You know what? I like the Doors, but I haven't listened to them in a long time. Austin Martin and Gibson guitars. Don't really like Gibson guitars in any way, unfortunately. What's your favorite song to play on guitar? Paul Stanley. Funny you mentioned Kiss. Oh, great. Detroit Rock Simmons. That's awesome. Thor, because Australia. Okay, very good. Yeah, you know what? My favorite Avenger is probably Thor because he is Australian, and he's such a funny guy. I didn't love his latest movie, Thor Ragnarok. I thought it was okay, but I thought they were trying a bit too hard. The relief is good. Yes, yes. A bit buzzy, but that's all right. Like the whole, so because, oh yes, and very much Lamb of God fan. Now, the whole guitar, whenever you buy a new guitar, it doesn't matter where it comes from. If it comes from your local shop, if it comes from overseas, get to know a guitar tech and get them to set it up how you like it. You know, get them just say, hey, I need you to set this up, and then play it, and then maybe go back and ask for a few different things, strings lower, a different relief, that sort of thing. But it doesn't matter where you buy a guitar from. Get your technician to set it up and to start understanding, you know, how you like the guitar to feel and to play, because it makes such a massive difference. And so many people buy a guitar online and then they don't ever get it set up and they think, oh, this isn't anywhere near as good as I thought it would be. And all it actually needs is a good setup. Even your old guitars, if you start to getting sick of playing your old guitars, sometimes just having them set up will make such a massive difference, and it will sound better, it will feel better, and you're almost like you've got a new guitar. So even your old guitars, I would think, you know, every year, depending how much you're playing, year and a half, get them set up. Make a really big difference. It'll feel like it's a new guitar. Or even just like buying new pickups. That's another great thing. That can really bring a guitar to life. All right, almost there. Cool. Ooh, it feels good. So it feels, I've had quite a few guitars that are from, oh, great question. I will get to that question in a second. I've had quite a few guitars that are from Korea. I've had some Chapman guitars. Actually, I'll show you. I'll put this one, it's so hard with such a camera so small. All right, we'll put this one over there so you can sort of see it. I'll get my other Korean-made guitars. All right, so check it out. We've got this Schecter, made in Korea. Stunning. Brilliant example of a guitar. Great modern player. The neck wood goes all the way through. And amazing. It feels like you're playing a custom shop guitar. This is amazing. It's a Keith Merrow Schecter signature. Great guitar. Highly recommend. This is a really old guitar. Chapman guitar. Made in Korea. Again, same factory. It's got an Evertune bridge, custom pickups, all that different stuff. Yes, it does. Another guitar made in Korea. And you know what? My Strandberg, that really small body guitar, that's made in the same factory. These 4 guitars are made in the same factory, but what's really cool is that this seems to be, like the quality-wise, it seems to be on par with the Strandberg. And the Strandberg, they go to meticulous. That's why you pay like a little bit more, is they go through so much quality control before it gets to you. And this feels, yeah, this feels very much in the same league. So highly recommend, unless you're supporting, you know, unless you're supporting like a local luthier, or you're, ooh, got the strings way off. I might need to replace the, strings. Unless you're supporting like a local luthier and buying from your country, I would highly recommend checking out some guitars made in Korea. And it really doesn't matter where they are made these days. You can get awesome guitars made from anywhere. Yeah, it's gonna need a big setup, but that's all right. So it came from overseas, and it may be about sort of 2 weeks. Oh no, as far as, I missed that question, so that looks like a good one. I play a little bit of classical. I think people were saying in terms of versatility. In terms of versatility, I would certainly say something like this, where you've got a humbucker in the neck, you've got a single coil in the bridge, or even 2 humbuckers. If you've got a 5-way selector, ooh, there you go. I only just discovered this had a 3-way selector. It must be the more pro level series. If you've got a 5-way selector, you can get sort of humbucker sounds and then single coil sounds and then both together and single coil and then humbucker. So highly recommend just a little bit of wiring, and that usually only costs like $30 or $40, $50 just to change the wiring, and you get a vast array of sounds. And it won't sound exactly like a Stratocaster if you do the split sounds on a lot of guitars, but sometimes, you know, you have to think, what's the best use for the song? Like if I'm on stage or if I'm playing at home, are people really going to notice that it's not 100% like a 60s Fender Stratocaster, or are people just going to think this is a cool song? So sometimes diving into all that technical stuff, you can just forget the whole reason why you're playing to begin with. Now sadly, I don't know if I can play this because it feels a little bit, oh, it really needs a setup. But you know what, enough yakking, we'll take the camera into the studio and we'll at least give it a try. All right, let's do that. Because this has been a fun journey, and I'm really excited that so many people got to come along with me. Sorry if the microphone's a bit loud while I'm taking all of the gear. All right, we're off to see the wizard. Ooh. Okay, so did not think how we were going to do this, but you know what? That's okay. We're doing well. All right. So let's get some more light happening. All right. Cool. Okay, amplifier on. All right, we're almost there, my friends. This is a very precarious setup, but that's okay. All right, so good night, Jack. Thanks for hanging around. So the E's all right. Oh, well, there you go. The B's completely come off. Sadly, cheap strings have shipped with the guitar. So that's a bit of a shame. But you know what? We will go on without the B string. That's fine. Have you bought any new guitars recently? Definitely let me know. Ah, that's why. They didn't lock down the tuners, silly people. So on the guitar, there's locking tuners, which are really cool. So you put the string in, put the string in the top, and then you lock it down. But for some reason that lock is a little bit loose, and then it broke off. But that's okay. All right, we're almost there. There we are. Whoa, it's so different to the to my other Strandberg. All right, let's check it out. Maybe we'll start with the clean. Okay, So happy you guys could come along. Alright. Hopefully no more strings break, because that would be less than ideal. Ooh, still definitely needs a big tune. There we are. We're getting there. And it's still settling in. That's a pretty nice clean sound. Now the cool thing is, I don't know if it looks like a lead book. Yes, good spotting. This is such a great lead book. Ryan, I was actually going to recommend it. There's so many awesome exercises. I'm putting together like a different sort of practice routine. Troy Satana, this is the guitarist that taught Mark Tremonti from Alter Bridge and from what's the other band he was in, Creed. Highly recommend. It's such a great book. Now what's cool about this guitar is, if you noticed on the back, there's a battery sort of port, and what that does is there's a push pot, which means you don't sort of pull it up, you just tap on it and it jumps up, and then it actually gives a massive boost in volume to the guitar. Let's check that out. These pickups are actually going to be replaced for Fishman's, and then that battery will be the Devon Townsend Fishman's, and then that battery will be for them. But let's check out what the boost does. So boost off, boost on. Pretty big difference. I don't know if that's making it through, but you know what? I know it's annoying with batteries on guitar. Don't worry, I was that way for a long time as well. But things like that, boosts and things like that, man, they make such a massive change. Ooh, more like a classic sort of a... That's pretty cool. What about if we try with the boost? You know what? We're being a bit noisy. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to close the door. 1 sec. Precarious way to put a new guitar. Sit. Alright. Okay, so let's really turn it up a little bit more. Pretty nice so far. Someone said take the tag off. Sure, man. Good night, Travis. Thanks for hanging on, man. You know what? I can't take the tag off because I need a pair of scissors, but it can dangle down below shot. Hopefully that's better. You know what? Pretty good. It's going to take some getting used to, because this pickup in the back is more of a Telecaster sort of thing. So I'm used to a little bit more gain and a little bit more depth and a little bit more power. But the whole idea with this guitar purchase, and remember this video is going to be deleted, so thank you so much anyone for tuning in. The whole idea with this guitar purchase, I wanted something a little bit just straight up, just rock and roll. I can change the pickups. It's going to be a big sort of thick, sort of meaty sound. So at the moment, even though it's more of like a, you know, like a lighter. Maybe you could say it's more of a AC/DC guitar than a Metallica sort of guitar. It's still a brilliant bass for working on, and overall very, 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 very impressed so far. And you know, it is like it is a cheaper guitar, so with cheaper guitars, you know, I always end up changing the pickups anyway, but I think it's a really, really good start. But yes, thank you so much everybody for joining in. I really, 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 oh, okay, well, if we want to hear some Metallica, let's tune up first. Brand new strings, it's alright. Yeah, it's okay. Not quite there. It's a pretty, you know, it's a great Telecaster pickup, but it's not like a massive sort of metalhead, but that's all right. We will eventually change those out. But otherwise, thank you so much for checking out. I really, really appreciate it. This unboxing video will go live sometime in the next sort of 10 hours, and you'll see, you know, you'll see the other side of this video. But otherwise, I really appreciate it. I'm going to be spending many, many hours with this all day. First thing I'm going to do is change the strings. Can't believe that happened. But hey, this was a really fun experiment. I really appreciate everyone for watching. And I will see you all again in a couple hours, all right? Have a great day. Have a great night. Thank you very much for tuning in. See you, everyone. Bye.